Hello, and welcome to another episode of You Got It, Brian's Brain. And pretty much what this is, for those of you who have not seen it, this is me just basically doing a very short, brief synopsis of a particular topic, or basically what I call like a mini show. It's not live, it's pre recorded. So, for those of you that are watching me for the first time, please make sure you click the like button and click the subscribe button, which should be in the bottom left corner, I think, over here somewhere over there. Click that button so that you can catch when I do drop other short videos like this and when I go live. So make sure you do that. Also, if you look in the description box, you'll see a link for my other YouTube channel, which is called United Guns of America. So you can definitely subscribe there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to jump right into things and get it started like I always do with Brian's Brain. And I'm going to start out with a video. And essentially what this video is, it's about Governor Ron Desantis. Those of you who may not know, Ron DeSantis is the governor of Florida. And actually, I would definitely want to say that he's one of the better governors of our country. I definitely like the fact that he's one of those people that has a logical approach to things. He understands the big picture, as opposed to a lot of things that we have going on in our society today, where they will focus on the few and let those few affect the entire group. And I think that we've really gotten things out of balance when it comes to things like that. Yes, nothing's perfect, nothing's 100%, but you don't sacrifice the whole for the sake of just the few. And that's one of the things that I've definitely liked about him and his leadership down there in Florida. He's got one of the most flourishing states in the entire United States. His is one of the best as far as economy, as far as growth. People are literally flocking to Florida in droves. And most of the people that are flocking to Florida and to other places like Texas, and shout out to I like Greg Abbott is pretty good as well here, but most of the people that are flocking to states like Texas, states like Tennessee, states like Florida, which are coincidentally red states, they're coming from blue states, where the blue states are broke. Blue states are steadily taxing people. They're steadily going what I would call COVID crazy, if you will. And those things are like literally destroying the economy in those states, those especially the larger blue states. And I don't understand why they're insisting on doing it, but I guess they want to have people pretty much living on their knees as opposed to thriving like people are in these red states. So call it what you want. You can say, oh, that's not true. Facts are the facts. You look at those three states and compare those three states that I just named to a California, to a Illinois, to a New York, and you will see the disparity and the dismay that these states are going through right now when it comes to just the when it comes to the middle class that are tremendously suffering, and even more so now, the rich are starting to suffer in those states to the points where they're leaving. So there is literally, like, you can go on YouTube and you can look up documentaries that have been done on the mass exodus that has taken place in New York and California. It is like astounding to see how many people have left those states, and the places that they've gone to are the three that I just named. The three Texas, Florida, and Tennessee. Look it up. But without further ado, one of the things that I saw was this video that was put out, and it's talking about Ron DeSantis, and it's one of those things to where they have this thing to where they want us as Americans to live and to literally just bathe in fear. And this is so absurd that they did something like this. I was surprised, but then when I considered the source, I said I'm not really surprised, because this is one of those tactics. The more afraid you are living in fear, the more you're willing to give up your rights, the more you're willing to give up your power, the more that you're willing to give up your freedom. That's just how it is. And that's a known tactic. It happened with 9/11, and it happened with COVID, and it's happening again now with this second what is it, Unicron strain or a Marion strain, whatever it's called. But this is one of those things. So I want you to take a look at this video, and I want you to see what it is that they're actually just putting out there for people to buy into with this fear-mongering tactic. Go ahead, let's watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of your cabin crew, we'd like to inform you that we have officially entered Florida airspace. Now that we're making our final descent, please watch this short message from Governor Ron Desantis on COVID-19. Thereafter, everyone on board will be required to comply with the state's Florever Purge.
We are not doing any vaccine passports in the state of Florida. We trust people to make their own decisions in this state. We are not going to be bludgeoning people with restrictions and mandates and lockdowns or any of that stuff.
As Governor DeSantis stated, while you're within state lines, you do not have to wear a mask. You do not have to get a vaccine. It is against the law for private businesses or schools to mandate masks or vaccines. And you have the absolute right to infect whoever you want, whenever and wherever with COVID-19. Thank you for traveling with us, and please enjoy your Florever Purge.
COVID-19 is surging again.
This is the time to double down.
The governor is doubling down. He says students shouldn't be forced to wear masks.
If you are trying to lock people down, I'm going to stand in your way.
Florida just requested 300 new ventilators.
Hospitals are filling up here.
There is evidence that children are making up much higher cases that are emerging.
The numbers continue to rise across Florida.
This fall, don't breathe in.
This is insane.
The Florever Purge. Coming to a theater and live streaming networks near you.
Now, I'm going to say this. Shout out to the people who put this shit together. Whoever shot this and the way that they put it together, I got to give it up to them because they did a hell of a job. It was very Purge-esque. They captured the very essence of the Purge. And for me to see that, because I know what's real and what the truth is, it was entertaining and comical to some degree, but I saw the seriousness of it because I know how many people are literally what we call sheeple and are just following it, and that will literally scare some people. It really would. It would really scare some people and have them thinking, man, it's like the Purge down in Florida, man. It's crazy down. People will think that. So it's like, that's where the BS comes in, and that's where it's like, come on, guys. This is what we're doing. But like I said, considering the source, this is the stuff that the far left want to do. This is what the blue states want to do. They want to have this mentality because they want to keep you shut down. They want to keep you barely making enough to survive. The independence that small business owners have, they literally want to shut you down. They want you to be living on your knees, because if you're doing that, you're begging, and you will take whatever it is that they want to give you. That's just what it is. People can argue, say whatever you want to say. I'm just telling you the reason why they're doing this, just like in Chicago now. Auntie Lori, aka Bane, aka Lightfoot, just actually put into an ordinance that on January 3rd, they are now having mandatory vaccination, proof of vaccination cards that you gotta have. You gotta have proof of vaccination in those areas that are like restaurants and things like. You gotta have it. If you don't have it, can't go nowhere, can't come in. What is that gonna do? Because everybody is they're saying, you when you look at it, is 75% of the people are vaccinated. 75% of America is supposedly vaccinated. If that is true, then you're going through all of these links over 25% of the people. And now they're trying to make it seem as though it's those people's fault because they're not vaccinated that this thing is spreading. No, it's spreading because it's a virus. That's what viruses do. It's the same thing as the flu. Same thing as whatever. If you, and I've always said this, everybody can, I'm not one of those anti-vaxxer people. I'm not one of those people. I've always said this. If you are out of shape, you have comorbidities, you got your high blood pressure, heart disease, you got emphysema, you got asthma. If you have any type of ailment, diabetes, whatever the case may be, high blood pressure, you got any of that stuff, I would strongly recommend that you get the poke. Go and get it. Get the boost, the whatever it is. Get all of it, all 5 of them. Collect them all like you collect baseball cards. I would recommend that because your body is not strong enough to fight off these different variants. It's just not. And you could potentially check out by doing it, by not doing it. So for those of us that are healthy, for those of us that are taking care of ourselves, that do go and work out, and you got a good, strong immune system, your immune system's not compromised in any way, you're taking your vitamins and all that good stuff, then I would say that those people don't need it. Unless you want it, you can get it, but I don't see that those people can need it. Your natural immunity is the best cure for all of this. Plain and simple. That's a scientific fact. That's not me talking. That's not me hoping and a wishing and a praying. Your body's immune system, for those of us that are healthy, your natural immune system is the best thing that you can have to fight off the whole vid. Plain and simple. That's just the fact. So for those people that are in good health, like most children are, like your young people are, you need to go ahead and do your vitamins and keeping yourself healthy and working out and all that good stuff. Those of us that are healthy should definitely do what it is that we're doing now and not necessarily going out to go and get it unless you want it. But I just believe that everyone should have a choice. If we can have freedom of choice to where people can decide to kill a baby or not, I damn sure believe that I should be able to choose whether or not I get to get or don't get a poke. And if I choose not to, I should not be penalized. I should not be ostracized. I should not be pushed out or alienated in my very own country, my state, my city, my neighborhood, whatever else the case may be. I just shouldn't. And the fact that they think that they're trying to move into this whole thing where they're always creating, and isn't it odd that there's always some type of division? It's like at first the thing was you're either racist, and now you're either anti-vaxxer, or now you're some type of phobe, homophobe, whatever the case may be. They're always creating an us and a them. There's never a thing of it just being, hey, this is what you believe, this is what you think. Fine, you got a right to do that. This is America. Last time I checked, I should be able to do that. But it seems as though that's always the attitude to say they want to create something to where, oh, if you don't do what I say or do what I think or say what it is that I say, if you don't agree with me, you're not a person who is thinking for themselves. You are my enemy. You're not a person who has independent thought. You are my enemy. You're not a person who just has a different opinion than what I have. You are my enemy. And that's the way that it's always done on this left side. It's always a thing to where if you don't say what I say, agree what I agree with, or support what I want to support, you are my enemy. And now I must do any and everything I can to get rid of you. I want to tear you down. I want to destroy you. I don't want you to have a life. I don't want you to have a job. I don't want you to want to be able to earn a living. I don't want you to be able to take care of your family. I just want to delete you. Hence, cancel culture. And like I've always said, cancel culture is a cancer to culture, because the thing is, cancer grows and it feeds and it continues to feed. It won't stop. And the one thing that you think is just about taking a poke now, it's going to be about your gender later. Then it's going to be about your color. Then it's going to be about your race. Then it'll be about your hair texture. Then it'll be about the clothes you wear. Then it'll be about the colors that you wear. It'll be about the shoes that you got. It never stops. It never stops. And we don't need to put ourselves in a position to where just because somebody doesn't agree with us, that they are our enemy. It's insane to think that. Why would someone want to make it seem as though if this person does not have this poke or this jab or whatever you want to call it, They don't have the hokey pokey that they are not only my enemy, but they shouldn't be allowed to do anything. They shouldn't be allowed to go anywhere. What type of world do you want to live in to where the government is dictating what you have to put inside your own body? What type of world do you want? Do you really want to live in a world to where they're telling you what you have to put in your body? Because it went from just now getting this first round to now there's a booster round. Eventually, and like I've said before in my other videos, it's going to be a thing where every 6 to 8 months, you're getting in line for some type of poke. Every 6 to 8 months, you're taking the next round of whatever it is that they tell you need to take. Every 6 to 8 months, it's going to be something where you got to go and get this, or you can't go anywhere. You can't get on a plane. You can't get on a boat. You can't go into a store. You can't go into a building. You can't have a job unless you do what it is we're telling you every 6 to 8 months. That's insane. It won't stop just here. Everybody has this thing to where, oh, we're in a pandemic. That's why we're doing it. We got to stop it because of the pandemic. I promise you, it won't stop there. If you clearly look at just how things have been going and how they've been progressing, it went from taking this first round and that's it. It initially went from we just got to shut down for 2 weeks to flatten the curve. 2 weeks turned to 2 months. 2 months turned to 4 months. Then it was okay. Now we got the hokey pokey together. Everybody just need to go get it. You go get it and you'll be fine. Everybody went to go get it. And by the time everybody got it, they said, oh, there's a new version. They hit you with the Casper slide, crisscross, cha-cha real smooth. Get back in line. Doop, 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 doop. Turn it out. Get your left arm. Get your right arm. That's what they did. And they're doing it again. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Take 2 of these. Take 2 of these. That's what they're doing. 1 shot now, y'all. 2 shots now, y'all. 3 shots now, y'all. Crisscross. Crisscross. That's what they're doing. Cha-cha real smooth until next 6 months later. Charlie Brown. Turn around. Turn it out. Every single time, that's what they're doing. It won't end. People are trying to think, if we can just get through this, if we can just get through it, we'll be fine. That's what they're telling you. They're lying to you. It won't end. You'll be taking whatever it is that they tell you to take. Why? Because big pharma benefits. They're getting billions of dollars from the government. The government's like, we get to tell these folks what to do, and they're going to do what we tell them to do. Great. Because of this, we're going to take away this right. Because of this, we're going to take away this freedom. Because of this, you got to do what we say. And that's all they're doing. Do you realize what happened when we had 9/11? Those planes hit that building, and then what happened? Everything you said on a telephone, everything you said close to a TV, everything you said on Alexa, everything you said on next to any device could be listened to and used. We gave up our freedom of privacy just because we were scared of what the good old Taliban did. Bin Laden and his boys fell out with Bush, and we gave up our privacy for it because we were afraid. And what do you think they're trying to do now? They want to have it to where they can tell us to go in the house and sit down whenever the hell they want to. Meanwhile, they're out and about having a party out in the streets. They're telling everyone to, and just look at what the politicians are doing. The people we voted for, people we put on, look at what they're doing. They tell you to put on a mask, they go outside without a mask. They tell you to stay in the house, they go outside and go outside the house. They tell you you don't have to, you should not be anywhere without having your mask, without being, and then it turns out that they're out and about doing the same thing, the very thing they're telling you not to do. That's their MO. That's been their MO. I want to tell you what to do because I think I'm better than you. I know better than you, and I'm in a position of power. You are here to serve me. That's it. Don't do what I say. Don't do what I do. Do what I say. That's the way they want to treat us. Meanwhile, also, by the way, I'm going to raise your taxes because I need more money to do more stuff that I want to do. They like Debo. I got about $200. And if we sit back and we continue to let this go, and we continue to do this because we're afraid, because we scared, we're going to catch the vid, trust and believe. It's not a matter if, it's a matter of when. That's it. It's not a thing that if I listen to them, I won't get it. It's baloney. The people who have the hokey pokeys are getting it. The people who got the super trooper booster, they're getting it. It is a virus. That's how it works. There is no way around it. There's no way to get around it. You're going to get it. Should you get the poke if you're all messed up and you got a bunch of comorbidities? Absolutely. It'll help you get over. But that doesn't mean everybody should have to get it. It's just that simple. Allow me to do what it is that I want to do because this is America. Plain and simple. And the more that we pull at the very fabric of this country because we think if you vote a certain way or if you from a different area that you're my enemy, that's exactly what they want us to do. It's a very simple tactic called divide and conquer. The more I can keep y'all arguing amongst each other, the more I can sit back and pick each and every one of y'all off. The more that you're divided, the more chance that I have of you not uniting against me. If I got all 10 of y'all divided, I can keep all 10 of y'all separate, because if all 10 of y'all get together, well, then now you're a force that I have to reckon with, and I don't want to do that. It's a very simple tactic. I can keep you divided amongst each other for the very smallest things. The color of your skin, where you live, the person you choose to lay down with at night. The fact that people are just dead set on either being homophobic or wanting everyone to support homosexuality, whatever it is, it's insane. I don't care who you lay down with. I don't care. But I do care about you trying to tell me how I got to talk and how I got to speak. I do care about you telling me what I have to expose my children to, what I have to be exposed to out in public. I do care about that. 99% of the people in this country don't care who you lay down with when you go to bed. They don't. Most sensible people don't care. But that doesn't mean that I have to go and promote it. That doesn't mean that I have to go and support it. I don't care. Enjoy it. Have it your way. Just like Burger King. Just don't make me have it your way. Because I don't like Burger King. I like Wendy's. So don't give me your Burger King. Don't try to Burger King my Wendy's. It's that simple. Eat your burger, let me eat my burger. Lay down with your dude, let me go lay down with my lady. Lay down with your lady that think he's a man, that thinks she's a man. Lay down with your man that thinks she's a woman. Hey, go ahead. I keep it straight. Let me do me, you go do you, and whoever else you want to do. Just don't make me have to support it. Just don't make me have to be afraid to where I can't talk about it. That's it. And the same thing with this whole fear-mongering thing with this video with Ron DeSantis. I don't understand why we are tolerating this type of stuff to go on to where, hey, it's one of those things to, yeah, it's freedom of speech. Yep, you can say whatever it is you want. But when you have someone literally, and if I was Ron DeSantis, I would make this be a defamation. I would definitely sue for defamation. Because not only are you lying about me and what it is that I'm doing as a government official, but now you're also trying to characterize my entire state. And if there was a video like this, and here's my case in point to this, and I'll wrap this up. If there was a video like this talking about people of color or people of a different sexual orientation, do you think it would have been out? If Florever Purge would have been something referencing LGBTQ, do you think this video would have been allowed? If Florever Purge was something that was depicting men and women of color, do you think that this video would be out? See, we can't have it both ways. It's either got to be where everybody has the freedom to do what it is that they want to do, or nobody has the freedom to do whatever it is they want to do. And the last time I checked in America, we should all have that same right. We should all have that same right. We should all be able to do what it is that we want to do as long as we're not physically hurting someone else. I'm not talking about your emotions and how you feel. How you feel is just that, your feelings. And I don't feel the way that you feel. Feelings are subjective. If you do something that you feel uncomfortable, then go somewhere else. You feel like this or you feel like that. Feelings are nothing more than feelings. That's it. You should not get to determine how it is I live my life. You should not get to determine how it is that I'm able to earn a living. You should not get to determine if I'm canceled or not because of your feelings about something I said or about something I did. Just don't participate. Don't watch it. Don't go around it. Don't go where it's at. That's just what it is. So with that being said, I wanted to wrap up. This is Brian's Brain. Thank you guys so much for paying attention to the show. If you want to donate, please click the in the description box. You can hit my Cash App. It is Cash App sign Relationship Rehab. You can go ahead and do that. Also, please subscribe to the United Guns of America channel, and the links for those channels and my Cash App and my PayPal are in the description box. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are having a good day. Happy holidays to everybody. Peace, and I'm out. Till next time. I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. I am Brian Redman. This is the Relationship Rehab. And remember, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Shout out to the United Guns of America channel. Peace, and I'm out.
What's going on, everybody out there in the internet world? It's me, Brian Redman, also known as the Relationship Rehab. And I need you to do two things. What are those two things? Subscribing to both my channels. I need you to go to the Relationship Rehab, subscribe to that channel, and then I need you to go to United Guns of America and go to that channel. Now you may be asking, why would I do that, Brian? Because it's two of the hottest channels on the internet. Come over there, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, have conversations, because that's what it's all about. We talk about some of everything: politics, relationships, guns, law enforcement, community stuff, anything that's happening. I'm willing to have a conversation about it, so come on over. You don't got nothing else to lose, and you ain't got nothing else to do. So come to my channel, subscribe ASAP, and join in on the fun. Twice the entertainment, 2 channels, twice the fun. Come on and have a funky good time with your boy. Peace, and I'm out.